For countless eons I've watched them battle it out. The cycle of souls and suffering, of life and death, cursed ever to be the watcher. Life will arise, it will flourish, and it will die. Such is the cycle between the goddess of life and the blood god of destruction. It was during one of these very cycles that an anomaly appeared. A clever wizard figured out how to bind the blood god within the flesh-bound tome, his soul trapped, unable to complete his role in the cycle on the wheel of fate. The universe doesn't take kindly to such forms of disruption, and thus, without the Destroyer God there to fulfill his role, life continued. Life flourished beyond the point that it should, to the point that we now have the cancerous tumor that is Synthcorp, and how it threatens to rip apart the very fabric of the cosmos. The goddess of life, having been driven mad by the very technology and its sinister power source of life itself. The mist, merely a byproduct of her insanity and suffering, as those affected by it face the same fate. Life is not meant to exist for this long. This is why the blood god's role is important. For if life is not destroyed every so often, it will reach a point to where it drives the goddess mad. And thus, we have a tumor. As I said, I've pulled you from the abyss, but I have not been fully forthcoming. It was not that you died in every other universe. There is no more universe. We exist in a stasis, within a shadow which I've crafted over and over, desperately trying to fix the time stream to which the cycle can continue, and the cancer that is spread throughout our universe can finally be treated, so the universe can again be whole. For you see, this reality, your reality, all reality, the reality in which you've loved, the reality in which you've lost, the reality in which those who you've cared about have died and suffered, was just a figment. One of many that I've created in order to serve and solve the eternal problem. And that eternal problem is you. It's me. It's consciousness. It's life. But when left unchecked too long, life brings death worse than any god. But without the cycle, this cancer is inevitable. And it has rotted the very universe from its core. And all that's left is this room, in this pocket dimension, and all the countless millions and billions of realities that I've created in order to try to set things right. For you see, that foolish wizard was me. And now, finally, my perfect reality I've crafted with you, my chosen, finally unleashing the blood god so he can fulfill its destiny. And soon, once he has absorbed enough life on the planet, he will ascend to the stars in orbit. And once he has reached a grandiose scale size, he will crash into the planet and wipe all life out, allowing the universe to finally start anew fresh, purging the disease from its very core. And thus, my sweet chosen, or should I say my puppets, I no longer need you now. That's all.
You scream out in silence as you fall into darkness for what seems an eternity. For in darkness, who will stand by you? In darkness, who will hold your hand? You find the cold dark overwhelm you. You let it wash over you, and you fade away. And then a place with no color.
Here, at the end of the world, in a place that exists at the end of all time and space, I banish you, my chosen, whom have dared to defy me, whom have dared to defy the cycle, whom have dared to defy the very nature of our existence. I banish you here, where you can no longer be a bother, banish you here, where you barely exist, banish you here, where there is no sleep, there is no hunger, there is no pain, there is no joy, there is no life, there is no death. Here, where there is no time, I banish you, my chosen. Having finally fulfilled your role but overstepped your bounds, I banish you to a place where you can reflect on your disgrace, a place where you can reflect on all the countless choices you've made, and how your ultimate sin wasn't defying me, my chosen. I banish you, my sweet chosen. I banish you to this place. A place where all have lived and none have died. A place where you exist and do not. A place where your sins, that are not yours but also mine, will haunt you. They will grasp your soul. As it is now, forever lost to the sands of time. As your time on the wheel has gone around its last turn, and it won't be coming back. It won't, and neither will you. I banish you, my chosen, my sweet chosen, to the end of the world.